Welcome back to This Day. Have you ever watched Dancing with the Stars and thought, gosh, I'd love to do that? Well, now is your chance, because joining me today with the Ballroom Dance Club, we have Bobby Wise and Dawn Barnes. And welcome, so nice to see you guys.
Thank you, so glad to be here.
And I just love it. We were saying, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever met another person with the name Bobby, and that we spell it the same way with an I. Any story behind your name?
Well, actually, my legal name is Barbara, but when I was a teenager, they called me Bobby. So when I moved to the woods, I changed back to Bobby so I could be young again.
I love it. That's cute. I actually, when I was getting married, some of my husband's my mother-in-law's friends were upset that I did not have Barbara on the invitation. But what they didn't realize is that my real name is Bobby. So my dad was from Kansas, and so it's Bobby Jean, so it's kind of Southern, I guess.
Fabulous.
But I always grew up saying it's Bobby with an I for a girl.
Yeah.
But anyway, tell me about your background. Dawn, let's start with you. Tell me about your background and how you got into ballroom dancing.
My parents were dancers. They met in the San Fernando Valley back in the 30s when dances was big. Mom sold tickets at a place called Jim Jeffries Barn, which was a dance hall, and my dad went there to dance, and that's where it started.
Oh, that's wonderful. What would you say is that you love about ballroom dancing?
When I dance, I always have a big smile on my face, and several people have commented about it, and especially the men. Many of them, they're thinking too hard. And I tell them, music is playing, and I feel the music, and I'm holding a woman, and we're moving and touching and moving together to the music. How could I not smile in that situation?
Yeah, absolutely. And Bobby, what is your background? How did you get into ballroom dancing?
Well, you mentioned Dancing with the Stars, and when it first came out, I believe it was in the summer of 2005, and I saw them out there dancing. Two people together moving at the same time to the music, as Dawn was saying. And I looked at that, and of course the women were wearing gorgeous gowns, and I said, I want to do that. So I drove right down the street. There was a dance studio down there, and I walked in, and I had 2 left feet, and I just started taking lessons and started learning how to do it.
Oh my gosh, wow. That's incredible. What an incredible story that the TV show influenced you.
It did, totally. Absolutely, totally.
I love that.
Yeah.
What would you say, what would you guys say are the benefits for ballroom dancing here in the village?
Socialization is the biggest one. And the government and other people have done enough studies that at our age groups, dementia is an issue, and socialization is by far the #1 preventative for dementia. All the statistics show that. The second best thing is learning something new that involves mental, physical, and emotional. And the one thing that stands out there is dancing and dance lessons with multiple partners. It's all new. You're learning, you're creating, you're keeping your brain active, you're keeping your body active, your emotions are moving. So the entire part, everything of the body is just going. The person is just out there doing it, and it's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have either of you ever competed in ballroom dancing?
Actually, I have.
Oh, you
I have done quite a bit of competitions over the years, and that's where, again, you're doing similar what you do with Dancing with the Stars. You're dancing with a professional. You're dancing with your teacher. And then they have various competitions all around the country, all around the world, actually. And I was very fortunate to dance in a competition in England, one of the very top ones there. That was just total fun.
Oh my gosh, what an incredible experience.
Yes, it is. And like Dawn was saying, it's dancing to the music and feeling the music and actually being connected to another person. And there's lots of dancing here in the village. You know, a lot of rock and rollers and freestylers, and they love it. It's great.
Yeah.
And they're out there on the floor having a blast, and they're feeling the music themselves, what they enjoy. And with us, we love being connected to somebody, and we have to stay together. We're matching each other. And when we're moving around the floor fast, it's two people flying around that floor 100 miles an hour, and you're together with the music. It's very exhilarating. It's very exciting.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure that takes a lot of practice to get there.
It does. It's a lot of practice. And what Don was saying, I'd like to add to that, is that it really makes you think, and that you're thinking, and you have to coordinate your mind with your feet and your body, and you have to coordinate that with the music and the style of music that's being played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure it's a passion. I mean, it just becomes fun. You don't even realize you're exercising. You don't realize you're working your brain. It's just something that's so enjoyable
Yes.
that you want to keep doing it, and you enjoy keep doing it. And that's the lovely part about it, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say, to keep active, do something you love.
Right.
It is, and there are people that come to the dances basically every week that are in their mid to late 90s
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow.
still doing it.
Wow.
Now, they don't move like I do, they don't move like Bobby does, and they're having a wonderful time, and they're volunteering, they help out with the clubs, they're club members, they're club officers, and they dance, and they're role models for me to go forward. Gee, I can be doing that for another 10 or 15 or 20 years.
That's incredible.
And
yeah.
it's just fabulous.
So tell us about, how people can get involved in this club and start to learn ballroom dancing and to have a passion for it like you guys do.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's easy. Come to Clubhouse 7 on Sunday night, 5:45, and take a lesson. Or if you already know how to dance, come at 7 o'clock and dance for 2 hours. And if you can't do it on Sunday, go to Clubhouse 5 on Friday and be there at 7:30, 7 o'clock. They have a 2-hour dance on Friday night there, ballroom dance.
Oh, wow.
And so there's 2 places in the village, and of course there's lots of places outside, but you have Clubhouse 7, Clubhouse 5, and just show up and pay your $5, join the club for a few bucks, and just get out there and dance. And there's lots, 20, 30, 40 people.
yeah.
Wow.
And they do all of the ballroom dances, and you can participate as much or as little as you want. It's fabulous.
Yeah, and I'd like to also add to that again, the lessons involved, because we do have, it's just like, I like to kind of compare it to pickleball, which has been a rage these last few years.
Yes.
If you've never played pickleball, then you do have to go and take lessons and take classes and practice the techniques of how to do a serve or whatever. And we actually call ballroom dancing as a dance sport. So you do have to learn the steps and the moves and the techniques. And also with the lessons before our dances that Don mentioned, is we also have lessons here in the village, very good, on Mondays and Friday mornings at Clubhouse 1.
Oh, okay.
They have lessons with Candy Davis and also Ed Van Ornum. Excellent for people wanting to learn.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great that there's so many opportunities to do the lessons and then to go to the dances and practice what you've learned. So at the dances, they'll be playing different music, and so different music signifies like which dance you do, whether it be the foxtrot or the waltz or whatever. Is that how it works?
Yes, the DJ or the band will call out what dance is next. So they're saying, okay, now it's a foxtrot. So everyone gets up on the floor and does the foxtrot. So we kind of have to stay with that so we don't have anybody bumping into each other, I guess you might say, because we are moving around the floor pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then, or if it's a cha-cha, they'll announce this is a cha-cha. And
I remember years ago, my husband and I were getting married. We were learning ballroom dancing, and we went to a dance, and we only knew one dance. So we sat and watched a lot of the other dances. But then when it was the dance we knew, we jumped up and went out and danced that dance, and it was definitely a lot of fun. But then I don't know, we started having kids or something.
oh yeah, that did it.
We got busy. So one day we'll get back to it. But I think we also have a picture of your new board of directors. You wanted to say a little something about them?
Yeah, we just have a new board, and here they are, right behind us. Yeah, and we're all new at this, and I'm fairly new to the village. I've just been here 7 months.
Oh, wow.
And so we kind of put ourselves together, and we have a lot of new and exciting events coming up. We have some new dances we're going to be teaching, and also we're going to be doing some line dances and some mixers. We call them mixers, where we change partners during the
fun.
dance. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, well, this sounds like some great events coming up. Thank you guys for coming on. It's definitely a good time to be a member here.
It
at the
is.
Village.
It definitely is.
Well, come join the Ballroom Dance Club on Sunday nights in Clubhouse 7 from 7 to 9 p.m. If you need a little extra teaching, you can come early at 5:45 for dance lessons. And for any questions, email ballroomdanceclublwv@gmail.com. Stay with us. We'll have more of this day right after this.